Hello, I'm Dr. Alan Widener from Massage Chair Relief, and welcome to our massage chair industry update, our first one for 2025. Today is Friday, January 3rd. Thank you so much for visiting with us today, or with me today. I appreciate you being interested enough in the information that we share to be on this broadcast. Anyways, it was an interesting year last year. It's the end of COVID and the beginning of high interest rate and inflationary time. It seemed as though people were tightening their belts more, and there seemed to be a little bit more. People were a little more reserved in spending money on things like massage chairs. But we are seeing a bit of a shift. The fourth quarter of last year, with starting with Black Friday, and of course ending on December 31st, we saw an uptick in business. And from what I've gathered from speaking to colleagues and other people involved in the industry, that has been a trend across the board. So since the end of COVID. So it's nice to see an uptick in the industry. Of course, me as a massage chair store owner, that's great news. But also it means I think people are feeling a little bit more comfortable, a little more confident in the economy and maybe where it's headed. Now, we'll want to see interest rates, mortgage rates come down. Where we want to see people feeling more comfortable spending larger amounts of money on these home health items, which I think are very, very valuable. So anyways, it's good to be here. Good to be on a brand new year. I don't know where the time has gone. Honestly, all of my grandkids live out of state, and when I see them, especially the little ones, and I see how much they've changed in the months that it's been since I've seen them before. It is shocking to me how quickly time flies and how fast our kids grow up, our grandkids grow up, how fast we grow up. I look in the mirror and sometimes I don't recognize who I am. The hair's receded. It's getting gray, even more gray. I've got wrinkles now that I never had a year or two ago. But anyways, time is flying and life is happening fast. And I hope that we can all enjoy every moment as much as we can. And as difficult as things can be in our lives, and it is challenging, whether it's the economy, whether it's health, whether it's children, whether it's career, whether it's marriage, whatever. Hopefully we can find some respite from the storm of life. So, and a massage chair, and of course, this is now sounding like turning into a pitch. A massage chair is a great way to relieve that stress that you might feel in this world, because it is rather hectic and rather crazy. Anyways, enough of that philosophizing. We're seeing a few. There's always changes in models that are available, models that are discontinued. And of course now is no different. We're seeing the Cerritos from Human Touch and the Supernovo have been recently discontinued. The Cerritos was earlier last year, but the Supernovo has becoming extinct. It's been replaced by the Supernovo 2.0 and now the Supernovo X. But those two models have been discontinued and replaced by like as I mentioned, for the Supernova 2.0 and the Supernovo X, but the Cerritos has been replaced by the Human Touch Flex, which is a flex track, L track, good chair, good replacement for the Cerritos. But and then Osaka has discontinued their JP 650, which was JP standing for Japan. The chair's components were made in China, as a lot of the made in Japan chairs are. The components were made in China, and then they're exported to Japan, where the testing, the programming, and the assembly go on before they're shipped to their respective countries for distribution. And the JP 650 is one of those chairs, and that one has been discontinued. There were some problems with it. We had one in our showroom, and we did have some problems with it. I can understand why they're discontinuing it. And hopefully they'll have some parts available for it in the long run. But anyways, those are chairs that have been discontinued. There haven't been any new chairs like within the last couple of weeks, but one of the newer chairs that we received last year was the Decor 2. And now that it's been, the new distributor is the Fuji Yorkie company. And Nicholas Beast was on our Massage Chair Relief Live last year I think last March, and he kind of introduced us to the whole new rearrangement of the Cinca chairs with Fujiorki and the way that they're melding the two together. And that was a great discussion with Nicholas. He's a real, a very knowledgeable guy and full of information. And I really enjoy talking to him because I always leave the conversation knowing much more than when I went in. But anyways, the Decor 2 it's quite a beautiful chair. And I don't know if you've seen it, but that chair has been updated from the old Cirrus and the old Stratus, but those chairs are now 100% made in Japan. And when I say 100%, I mean the production is there, the assembly, the testing, the programming is there. There may be components that come from other countries because it's a world economy, a global economy, and parts come from all over the place: Singapore, Malaysia, Taiwan, whatever. But they coalesce in the factory in Japan. And anyways, we've invited Nicholas to come back and be on our Massage Chair Relief live broadcast. And he's got a busy January. You've got the Computer Electronics Show, or the Consumer Electronics Show. You've got the furniture market both in Las Vegas. It's a very, very busy month, and especially for the massage chair companies. But Nicholas is either going to be with us later this month or early in February, and we'll keep you posted. But that would be a great one for you to join, because it's the topic is going to be the Decor. That's going to be it. We're not going to go into many of the Fujiorki things. We're just going to focus on the Decor chair, because the Decor 2 is such a nice upgrade from the Stratus and the Cirrus, which are their old models. And now that it's made in Japan, there's a lot of other things that have come into play. And I'm looking forward to talk to Nicholas about asking him questions about the Decor 2 a little bit more in depth. And we're going to be making some videos in the showroom within the next couple of weeks about the Decor. One of the things the Decor boasts is 10 back rollers. And I have yet to see on our floor model, which we are replacing now, but we've not peeled back the cover, if you will, to see the 10 rollers. And we're going to talk to Nick about that and about the advances made since they assumed distributorship of the Decor name and the Decor line. Now, Decor is the brainchild of Soshi Inada, who is the son of the patriarch of the Inada family, of the Inada Dreamwave, of the Inada chairs, most notably the Inada Dreamwave. And the son has created this Decor line, and it's a beautiful line. It's without doubt the best looking chair of the chairs we carry, and the closest thing to looking like a piece of furniture. But the technology is great, and we love the Japanese design. We love the Japanese engineering. And we love that chair, or those chairs, but particularly the Decor 2. But anyways, join us. I don't have a definitive date now, but that will be coming forthwith within the next week or so, and maybe even as early as this weekend once Nicholas has got his schedule nailed down. But I just wanted to prelude that with this warning, or if you will, or announcement. So looking forward to talk to Nicholas again, and of course stay tuned for videos on the Decor 2 when we put them on our YouTube channel. That will be hopefully very informative for people that are considering buying a chair and are looking at the Decor, or looking at Japanese made chairs, truly Japanese made chairs. Okay, enough of that. We have two now. Okay, so the industry has changed a lot particularly since COVID ended. And one of the things that we're seeing more and more of are the $2,000 to $3,000 chair price points. And, and I've talked ad nauseum about cheap chairs, premium chairs, the differences, the benefits of both. And one of the things about, and I'm not a big fan of the quality of a lot of the cheaper chairs, but the affordability allows people to get into the market and get their foot in and get a chair. And then maybe later, when that one dies or has breathed its last breath, you can upgrade to another chair. It's kind of like, a foot in the market, kind of like real estate. Getting a foot in the market is the challenge. And then once you're there, then you can upgrade and move up as time passes. But anyways, I just wanted you to know that these $2,000 to $3,000 chairs are available, and we sell them. We don't have a lot of them in our showrooms, but we do sell them. The one recommendation I would make is if you're going to get a cheaper chair, buy it from a reputable massage chair brand company. There's a lot of stuff online, a lot of things you see coming and going, mostly online because they don't have them in showrooms. But, like, for example, we just recently received the Osaki Epic and the Osaki Vito, which are two lower price chairs. They're in that $2,000 to $4,000 price range. And we're bringing them in because people are asking for them. Now, a lot of people ask for them, come and sit on them, and then want to try out some other chairs while they're in the showroom. And that messes their heads pretty good because now they can see you can just feel the difference, let alone explain the difference in quality about the components or about the quality control testing or about the smaller factory that they come from. But now you can, you can compare the chairs to nicer chairs, and it's a bit of an eye opener for a lot of people. But if your budget is strict, the $2,000 to $4,000 price point is we do have chairs that accommodate that price point. So so just to let you know that we do have those are at our Arizona store, and that's usually where we test a lot of stuff, is at our Arizona store. And if it's a good chair, like a good seller, and we're not having a lot of breakdowns with it, because you got to remember, we offer a lifetime labor warranty on every chair we sell. And if we bring in a chair that is breaking down all the time, that is not a good thing for me, for our company, because that costs me money to repair after the factory warranty is over. So we want to have chairs that are made in good factories, that have a decent warranty. And Osaki has a lot of lower priced chairs, but they have a warranty, an in-home warranty, which is valuable. A lot of the chairs that you buy online are not in-home warranties. They're parts warranties that they'll send out to you with some instructions on how to replace the part, hopefully. And hopefully they at least do that. But with Osaki, you're going to have some warranty support, which we like. We like warranties. We like in-home warranties. And why do we like them so much? Because we don't really get much out of the warranties themselves. We don't sell them regularly. They're usually, the chair comes with an included warranty, but people can buy extended warranties. But we don't sell a lot of extended warranties. We offer a lifetime labor warranty, but it's nice to have a warranty, because if something goes wrong with your chair, and as an owner, I can tell you we see tickets coming in all the time, support tickets for problems with a chair. And it doesn't happen to every chair. And fortunately, the higher percentage of chairs are okay and don't have a problem for 5 to 10 years. But there are, in some instances, anywhere from 5 to 25% failure rates. So, and we're trying to figure that out with the numbers that we're crunching in our business, trying to figure out what percent of these, what the failure rate is. But anyways, where am I going with that thought? That again, a kind of rambling, but we want chairs that will have some sustainability through warranty support, through quality build, or a better quality build. And with the lower price chairs, you're kind of sacrificing some of the build. Okay, I'm just going to be honest with you. The cheaper chairs are made with cheaper components, made in smaller factories. They have their quality control is not the best. So, anyways, but we have those two models, and if you're interested in knowing more about them, you can call our Arizona store, or you can call our toll-free number, and we can get you that. We can give you updates on what that chair is like. Now, I wanted to talk a little bit. Now, I talk about a lot of things in these industry updates, but it occurred to me through some discussions with customers over the years, but more recently, it's kind of come back to me how little people know about how a massage chair actually works. They know that they sit in it and they've got something going up and down their backs, and they've got something squeezing their arms or their legs, but a lot of people are not fully aware of what actually is going on in a chair. And a massage chair is essentially made up of rollers and airbags, or some people call them air cells, or there's air cells, multiple air cells inside a bigger airbag. But those are the principal therapeutic movers when a person sits in the chair. And the rollers can be found in the back, and that's what you usually feel, like when the rollers go up and down your back and then under your butt, or not, if it's an S or an L track, and then it comes back up again. That's those are the rollers. And there's different types of rollers. There's dual rollers, like there's only 2. There's quad rollers where there's 4, or with the decor, there's 10. and I still haven't seen them, but there's 10 rollers. And then you've got split tracks that have 2 sets of rollers. So you've got an upper track and a lower track with its own roller mechanism. Some have 4 and 4, some have 2 and 2, some have 2 and 4. So these rollers are the primary therapeutic movers for the chair. Now, there's also rollers in the calves, rollers in the feet, and now rollers in the arms. And those rollers are helpful. The foot rollers are probably the foot and arm rollers are probably the most helpful. And there's not many chairs that have arm rollers. The calf rollers are okay, but you got to realize that your calves are not very heavy. You're not putting a lot of weight. The calves are not putting a lot of weight on the rollers. So some people don't even know that the chair has calf rollers after they've sat in it. And we'll say, oh yeah, and that one has calf rollers. It does. I didn't feel them. Or they did, but they weren't recognizing because it was such a light massage. So calf rollers can play a big role as well in therapy. So calf, feet, arms, and back rollers. Now, there was a chair once. I can't even remember what it was called. It was a human touch chair, and they had rollers on the side of the calves, which was fantastic. But they discontinued that chair. I cannot remember the name of it, but anyways, I really liked that chair when it was out. But anyways, then you have airbags, and the airbags inflate, and they're typically used for compression, like compressing your legs, compressing your arms, compressing your hands. But some, with the advent of the old Inada Dreamwave chair, they had airbags that moved the seat from side to side. So it was more of a motion inducer. It wasn't just compression. And now also you've got chairs that compress, like the calves, and then the calf airbags need your calves. So they're not just compressing, but they're moving. They're actually rubbing the body part. And then you've got airbags that, like in the arm rollers, have rollers on the bottom that work on the muscle belly of your forearm, but on the back you can't really have much of a roller there because it's a lot of bone and thinner soft tissue. So they have airbags that push the arm down onto the rollers, and that's another function of these airbags. It is compressing, but it's also serving to push down on the arm so that the roller intensity is greater. And then you've also got rollers that for shoulder airbags that pin the shoulders back, and the compression, it is compression, but in my mind the principal job of those airbags is to pin the shoulders back. So when the rollers come up and down your back, you're tractioned in, and in a stretch, when you're in a chair with a full stretch and the chair reclines, the airbags grab the calves and the feet, and then the ottoman drops down, so it's pulling your spine, and then the airbags and the shoulders are pinning your shoulders back. So now it's kind of stretching you out, and it's like I shouldn't say this, but it makes me think kind of the medieval torture devices. But this is not a torture device. This is a therapeutic device, and it doesn't feel like torture. But that's what it does. It grabs your legs, and then it tractions your arms, or your shoulders, so they can't slide up and down when the chair's trying to do a stretch. It tractions you, and so when it reclines, you really feel it pulling your back, and it's actually wonderful. And then the rollers go up and down your back to try to enhance that stretching experience. But that is what rollers and airbags do. So it's multifunctional. You got rollers that dig into all areas of your body. You got airbags that compress, move. For example, when you sit in a massage chair and you've got the foot working, the rollers are working, but the airbags are inflating, but they're also pushing your feet from side to side on some models. And then you've got, of course, tractioning the body with airbags too. So it kind of holds your body in place. So there's all kinds of functions like that, but that's basically the essential elements of the massage. Now, of course, you're also going to have a heating element. You're going to have Bluetooth. You're going to have, some chairs have vibration, not very many. Very few chairs have a vibration feature. They figure that with the tapping, and you can increase the speed of the tapping of the rollers, that it's like a vibration, but the real high frequency vibration, very seldom you see that on a massage chair. But those are some of the other things that chairs have. And plus now they've got these health sensors, where you put your finger in and it measures your pulse, your perspiration, whatever other things it can measure. It measures that as it concocts a program specifically for your your reading and your spine. But those are all ancillary. The actual treatment modalities are the airbags and the rollers. That's the main, that's the excuse me, the meat and the potatoes of the massage chair therapy. I think that's just about it for this week. I hope I haven't missed anything. There's nothing worse than talking and planning a broadcast, and then after the broadcast is done, almost immediately you remember something. I don't like that, and as you can appreciate. But hopefully we've covered everything today that I felt were needed to be shared with you. And of course, if you have any questions, you can always reach us at 888-259-5380, and that's call or text. And also you can reach us through our chat feature, through our social media comment sections, whatever. But we welcome your questions and your comments anytime. Please reach out. We want to help you in the process of making the right decision for a massage chair. Anyways, if you found this video helpful, please feel free to thumbs up, like us, and help us spread the word about massage chairs by sharing this video or any of our videos with your friends and family through your various and sundry social media platforms. Well, I'm Dr. Alan Widener from Massage Chair Relief. I will see you again in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.